Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about my Holy Grails of 2016. So as you guys know, every month I have a new Holy Grail to talk about, so now I'm going to go through and tell you guys whether they are still my Holy Grails. Last week I talked about my fails of 2016, and in my fails video I didn't really have anything to show you guys because if it doesn't work I don't keep it around, so there was actually no real products to show you guys. But for my Holy Grail I have the majority of products still because I still love them. So my first Holy Grail for 2016 was the Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence. And surprisingly enough, I don't know if this is my Holy Grail anymore. So I went through 3 and a bit tubes of this sunscreen. I still have a little bit left of this one to go through, but it started giving my skin sort of like a rough texture and a little bit of a rash after continued use. My theory is that the alcohol in the sunscreen was just a little bit too drying for my skin. So I stopped using it, my skin went back to normal, and I am going to trial it out again in a little while, but not so impressed that it's given me a rash. It wasn't very pretty. In February I talked about the Innisfree Green Tea Mint Fresh Scalp Scaler, and I just bought a new packet of these because I went without them for about a month and I just couldn't do it. I needed them back in my life. The first pack of 3 lasted me 9 months, so I do not use this every time I wash my hair, but for the price it is actually really good and it just makes my hair feel so clean, so soft, and it makes it smell really nice too. So absolutely love these, still a Holy Grail. My next Holy Grail was the Skin Food Black Sugar Perfect First Serum, and this is a mini size because they don't make the original serum that I was using. They only use a 2x essential or a light version now, so I decided to get minis of both of them to try them out and see which one I liked better. I didn't repurchase the Skin Food Serum initially because I really wanted to try something else, so I tried out the Cosrx 95 Galactomyces Whitening Power Essence, and I didn't like it. It didn't perform nearly as well as the Skin Food one does, so this is still a Holy Grail for me. I quite like the 2x essential, but I'm going to try out the light version as well and then repurchase whichever one does better for my skin. Next up I have the Petite Fille Gold and Snail Hydrogel Eye Patches. Now I am a little bit sad because I've only got a couple of these left, but they're starting to dry up, so there's not nearly as much of the serum on these left, but they still work really well and they're really fun to use. I also tried out the Black and Pearl, I think the under eye patches and spot treatment, and they're not nearly as good as these ones are, so I would definitely repurchase these ones. I would like to try out some of the other Petite Fille range as well, but so far these are still the Holy Grail out of the eye treatments. Next up we have the Beauty Blender, and this is such a Holy Grail for so many princesses. I just don't think that the copies are nearly as good as what the Beauty Blenders are. This works beautifully to blend my makeup. It does a perfect job with pretty much any product as well. So if I have a tricky foundation and I can't figure out how to apply it nicely, I'll end up going to the Beauty Blender and it applies it flawlessly. Next up I have the Dolly Wink liquid liners. I have the black and the brown, and these are still my Holy Grail liquid eyeliners. I did try a couple of other liquid liners this year and nothing compares. The tip of these is so thin, it lasts a fairly long time. I do have to store them tipped downwards though, so that all of the ink runs through. Otherwise if you store them upwards they tend to dry out really quickly. But for me these are only $20, so they are inexpensive, they work well, and they do the best wings for me. Now we have the Etude House Etoinette Heart Highlighter, and I've been trying not to use it because it's so cute and I just don't want to use it up because you can't purchase these anymore, but they are just... it's so cute and it works so well for me. I think if Etude House made the same formula of the heart highlighter but didn't make them in hearts or in the really big packaging, I would probably buy that as well so I could use it on a day-to-day basis, because this one's too big to travel with. It is beautiful though, I absolutely adore the packaging, but it's not really that, it's not very good for traveling or for storing. It's just so bulky, but it's so cute. Still a Holy Grail. Next we have the Vanilla Co Miss Flower and Mr. Honey Cream, and I still love it. I did also try out the Vanilla Co Miss Flower and Mr. Honey Essence Oil, and I didn't like it at all. It's actually going to be a fail next year because it broke my skin out, and I can't believe it because this is a Holy Grail. and I love it so much, but the essence oil was just, there's something in it that makes my skin not so pretty. It just smells so good. This is one of the products where if my skin isn't looking good, I pop this on overnight and so soft and hydrated in the morning. Absolute holy grail. Another beautiful skincare product is the Mamonde Age Control Camellia Oil, and this one I use for under my eyes to plump them up overnight. This is only an overnight product for me because it doesn't sit well underneath makeup, but that's absolutely fine because I have eye creams that do well underneath makeup. You can also mix this into any moisturizer to give it an extra boost of hydration as well. So it's a multi-use product and I absolutely love it. For the price and how small it is, it's convenient to travel with too, so it is definitely still really up there for me. Next up we have the Misha All Around Safe Block Soft Finish Sun Milk, and this is a holy grail, but I'm kind of mad at it right now because the packaging sucks. The problem with the packaging is that I don't know why, but every bottle I've had, and I've had like 3 or 4 bottles of this stuff, it used to be pink and gold and now it is white and pink, but it leaks really badly. So I can't store it sideways or upside down or anything. When I shake it I have to take the top off and sort of shake it like that, otherwise the sunscreen just gets all around this top area. But I recently travelled to Gisborne, so I drove down 6 hours, and when I drove back the 6 hours, so it's not like my luggage was crushed or anything, it leaked all throughout my cosmetics case and I was so mad because I like it so much. It sits beautifully on my skin, it does everything that I would want it to do in a sunscreen, but the packaging sucks. So if Misha would stop making this leak, I would be ever so thankful. The last holy grail is moderately gross, but it is the Holika Baby Silky Foot One Shot Peeling. I like this because it peeled all the skin off my feet. That's the purpose of the product, that's what it did, love it. So that was it for my holy grails of 2016. Next year I won't be doing fails and holy grails twice a month like I did this year. The sole reason for that is that I'm running out of things to love and hate, and I really don't want to be making a fail product video on something that's not really a fail. I think that the fails really have to suck for me to talk about them like they're fails, and the holy grails have to be like perfect. So I'm going to be doing a fail and then a holy grail each month, so only one per month. So hopefully that will give me time to sort out the best of the best and the worst of the worst. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.